Kia ora Year 9. This video is going to go through how to find the factors and the multiples of a number, and it's going to look at what they are. So I'm going to go all the way back to basics on factors in this one, and then once you've got the hang of it, I want you to go to Dr. Frost and do key skills 59 and 60. Set your accuracy to 8 out of 10 right. We want this skill to be absolutely fluent so that when we get onto fractions, you've got a really good understanding of what multiples are and what factors are. Okay, so the factors of a number, we can often think of them as something to do with our basic facts, but I think we need to go back even further and ask what they really mean. So if we're looking at what the factors of 10 are, what we want to know is all of the ways that we can split up 10 into equal groups with nothing left over. So I'm going to start this video by drawing a whole bunch of dots. Luckily, we're going to get away from the dot drawing pretty fast, but let's just start with drawing out the 10 dots and seeing what's going on. So we've got 4 dots. And you can do this into your book as well. Okay, so this, where am I up to? 8 dots, 9 dots, 10 dots. So what I want to know is how I can split that up into equal groups. So the first pattern that hopefully you'll see is that I can split it up into groups of 2 dots each. Right, so if I do that, I've got 5 groups of 2 dots. Right, and that of course is what 5 twos means, right? So 5 groups of 2 dots gives me 10. Now the other way that I could have drawn that, oh now I have to draw my dots again. Hang on, let's draw our 10 dots. So we've got 2 groups of 5, but we also could have drawn that as, sorry, this one is 5 groups of 2, the first one. And here I've rearranged that and we've got 2 groups of 5 equaling 10. Now, you all know that 5 lots of 2 and 2 lots of 5 works out to be the same thing, right? But it's just a different way to think about the groups that we've got. So 5 and 2 are factors of 10 because there's nothing left over when I do those dots with equal numbers in them. So let's draw the 10 dots again. And let's see if 3 is a factor of 10. So this time, I'm going to see if I group the dots into 3s, what happens. Okay, so I've used up 9 of the dots, right? 3 3s and 9, but I've got this one left over. So 3 is not a factor of 10. What about 7? Is 7 a factor of 10? Right now, you know, I'm just getting really silly, but let's just really get this into our brains. What are we looking at when we do factors? So there are my 10 dots. So let's do a big group of 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And look, I've got 3 left over. So 7 is also not a factor of 10. Okay, what about 4? Is 4 going to be a factor of 10? So let's draw the dots out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's try grouping in 4s. Here's my first one. Oh, why didn't that go nice? Let's just get rid of that. We'll do the pink pen again, but this time I'll make it green. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my first group of 4 dots. And there's my next group of 4 dots, but I've got 2 left over. So 4 is also not a factor of 10. So the only factors of 10 that we've got so far are 5 and 2, but we've forgotten about the most obvious one, right? So I've left this till the end on purpose. Here are my 10 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to get rid of all of the bad stuff here, right? So we know 3, 7, and 4 are not factors. So we're back to our 10 dots. And you can see that if I just put them into one enormous group, then I've got 2 more factors of 10. So one group of 10 or 2 groups of 5 will work. There'll be nothing left over. So the factors of 10 go like this. We're going to do curly brackets. Don't have to stress out about these guys. If you don't do those, that's totally fine with me. That's just what we call a convention in maths. So they are the only factors of 10. And you can see that I don't have to draw the dots. I can just list off my basic facts. What times what will give me 10. So here are some more for you to practice. And then we're going to look at multiples, but they are easier. Okay, factors of 36. So let's start working systematically. One group of 36 will give me 36. Now, 36 is an even number, so 2 is going to be a factor. 2 watts will give me 36. Well, I doubled this, so I can halve this. So 2 lots of 18 give me 36. What about 3? Is 3 a factor of 36? So 3 12s will give me exactly 36, so 3 is a factor. 4 times 9 is 36, so 4 is a factor. Now, 5 is not a factor, right? Because if I think about it, 5 sevens get me to 35. So 36 is too close, right? So 5 eighths are 40. So 5 is not a factor. What about 6? Well, 6 is a factor because 6 sixes give me 36. Now, I don't have to keep on going up because I'm going to start to hit the turnaround. So let's see what happens. If I've got 7, well, 7's not a factor, but we know that 7 5s are kind of close. So we're starting to go back down. Same thing with 8. So when we're looking for factors, basically we get up to the crossover point. Okay, and if you're watching this video and you're finding it that you already knew this from before, you'll notice that that crossover point here, 6, is the square root of that number there. So that's like our turnaround place. Okay, so now let's list out the factors of 36. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 36. Right, now you try the factors of 24. Use the dots if you have to, but for most of you, you'll just use your basic facts knowledge. So factors of 24, we've got 1 times 24, 2 12s, 3 8s, and 4 6s. All of those equal 24. So the factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24 itself, right? So don't forget that the last one, 1 and 24. Right, factors of 40, one more for you to try. This time I'm not going to write all the basic facts out. I'm just going to do them straight into the brackets. So thinking out loud, we've got 1 times 40, so I'll put the 40 at the end, 2 times 20, then 4 times 10, and 5 times 8. So they are all of the factors of 40. If you need to write those factor pairs out, that's fine too. So 1 times 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, and 5 times 8. So that's factors, right? Factors are the numbers that can evenly divide into a number. Multiples are easier, and we get the multiples of a number by skip counting, and they go on forever. So when we're talking about multiples, we just want to list a few of them. So here we're asked to list the first 4 multiples of 10. So the first 4 multiples of 10, well, the first one is 10 ones. So that's 10, 10 twos, 20. So we're just going to skip count up and stop when we've got to 4. Write the first 4 multiples of 4. 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, 4 threes are 12, 4 fours are 16. Now the first 7 multiples of 5 will be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So there you go. So that's just a really quick introduction to factors and multiples. Now, as I said at the start, if you could go onto Dr. Frost and get going on these 2 key skills and set your accuracy to 8 out of 10. Any questions, ask me in class, or if you're working from home, send me an email.